Hi there. So we have a 1,500 point battle report for you today. I've got my, I actually have an Eldar Corsairs list from Imperial Armor. People have been asking me to play an Eldar Corsairs list, so I'm proxying around a little bit today. I'm going to test it out. That means these are Wasp Assault Walkers today. Those are Corsair Falcons, so ballistic skill 4 for once. These are the Jetbike Corsairs, so they have a fusion pistol Felarch with a power weapon in each one, requisite shuriken cannons 6, 9. There's mini squads of just 5 guys being played as Corsairs, and they have a fusion pistol in each group. And there's a Void Dreamer with a Neural Shredder and a Gyrinx. And I'm facing the Emperor's Children. 20 Terminators, 10 over here, 10 over there, 6 Obliterators, 2 squads of 3 each, some Noise Marines. I don't even know where this. Oh, the second squad is in there somewhere holding that objective. We're fighting over 1, 2, 3 objectives. There's a Sorcerer of Cinch or something in here somewhere with Lash of Submission. Man, I wish I had my regular Farseer with Wounds of Warding against that guy, but so be it, eh? And unless my opponent wants to steal initiative, I'm going first. Do you want to steal initiative?
Sure, why not?
Alright, try to steal initiative. Here we go. No, it is not steal initiative, and we are playing Dawn of War. So Eldar is going first, back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 1 for Eldar. My guy over here used his, the Void Dreamer used his power to let these guys reroll a leadership check, just in case, 9 Jetbikes, if 2 or 3 of them die, I don't want the whole unit running away. What happened? He flew up here, was able to see that unit, put 3 wounds into them, 2 armor, 1 cover, but they made all the saves. These guys over here tried to see those guys, but couldn't see them. They actually only rolled double 1s for night fighting, so they only saw this far. These guys over here were able to see in there, fired in, but again, caused a bunch of saves, but none of them were failed. These guys here, these are Wasp Assault Walkers, so they count as jetpack infantry. So they flew over the building, they fired into there, and they tried to fire, but they couldn't see. So I'm actually going to jump these guys back with their jetpacks in the assault phase. And then this guy over here tried to see that unit, but again, rolled very low, couldn't see. Night Spinner blasted in there after night fighting, managed to drift a little bit, killed 2 Terminators with some Wrens, and that unit is webbed now, but that was it. So on to bottom of turn 1. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Chaos Space Marines. These guys moved up, rolled 6 for their terrain move, zipped up over here, fired in here, managed to get a penetration and glance through, but because of hollow fields, I just shake and I can't shoot. So that was merciful over there. Over here, this unit took a hail of fire. A lot of stuff saw them. What happened? This unit moved up. They actually managed to see me over here and Lash of Submission me forward. Mercifully too far away for those guys to assault, but still shooting from those guys, shooting from those guys, shooting from those guys. They even tried to shoot, even though they couldn't see. Gunned me down to just my Felarch, and so my unit leader and my single heavy gun left, but they passed their leadership over there. And that was pretty much it. So we're on to turn 2 for Eldar. We got to start responding here. Forgot to mention, those guys moved, so they had to go through difficult terrain, dangerous terrain because of the webbing. 1 guy died from the dangerous terrain. So just forgot about that. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of Eldar turn 2, what happened? These guys jetpacked over here, fired into that unit, gunned them down to just the Sorcerer, and he took 1 wound, so he's down to 2 wounds now. He's fearless though, he doesn't care. This thing helped fire on that unit, and that's kind of what helped gun those guys down. This guy couldn't shoot, so I actually chickened him away. I went flat out over here into this general area of this objective. Those guys, these 2 surviving guys, chickened the heck away, flat out over here. This guy dropped a bomb into those Terminators, managed to rend, I think, a couple of them to death, 2 guys to death, and they are webbed now. These guys flew up over here. Only 2 guys with the regular guns and the 3 big guns were in range. We managed to gun down about half that unit inside that building, the troops, and then we chickened away 6 inches. I've been very careful. I've moved my vehicles to block any attempts at lashing because there's no room for guys to move through. So I just don't want to get these guys lashed. But who knows? And that was it. I wasn't able to do anything else. And we're on to bottom of turn 2. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 2 for Chaos Space Marines. Bottom of turn 2. Yeah, bottom of 2. What happened over here? Tons of shooting into these guys. Lash pushed them out here so they would get some shooting over here. Luckily, the las cannons rolled a lot of 1s, but tons of shooting from stuff over there. Gunned down 4 guys, but we made our leadership. Over here, this guy has a melt of this stupid Sorcerer, so he managed to immobilize me. So this thing's immobilized. One of these walkers can't shoot because there was a las cannons from there. Luckily, we had squadron cover. He can't shoot. He lost 1 gun, but he can still shoot. And that was it. So on to rounding up top of turn 3 for Eldar. What happened? He popped out with his squad, used his psychic power with the withering radiance, gunned down that guy, forced a lot of invulnerable saves because it's an AP2 D6 gun that ended up being strength 6 against him. So their guns were wasted. But then we fired over here, fired the spinner into those guys, fired all these guns here, all those guns, fired the big gun from this guy before they chickened away. Managed to gun down all except 2. There's one guy with a chain fist, one guy with a flamer. Then we chickened away over here, These guys popped out over here. This guy was able to shoot, and this guy with one gun was able to shoot. We fired into the Terminators, managed to blow away 2 of them. One was a flamer, and one was a regular guy, and then we used our jetpacks to jump back. And that was about it. So we're on to bottom. Just forgot to mention, these guys were able to gun down everybody except for one sergeant in there. There's a Noise Marine sergeant still holding that objective. We just forgot to mention that, so Okay, bottom of turn 3 for Chaos Space Marines advancing up here. They're fed up with all the damage my Night Spinner's causing. Fired 3 Twiddling Las Cannons through all kinds of cover onto my vehicle here, but miraculously 3 penetrations, but I made all my cover saves here. Over here, 3 plasma cannons. One of them misfired. The other 2 landed here. Cover save on this unit passed. All of my trooper guys died. The fusion gun, 4 guys. This guy survived, however, made his leadership. Thank God, miraculously. Because I'm going to need that AP2 gun against those guys. What else happened? Shooting over here. These guys fired their bolters in here, managed to get 1 glance, and I failed my cover save. This guy cannot shoot. I put it on the middle guy. And that is it. We're on to turn 4. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4 for Eldar. Saved his power, moved out, gunned down those Terminators. AP2 psychic shooting, pretty awesome. I'm starting to like this guy. Those guys flew in over there, gunned down that lone model holding that objective, then used their jetbike move to get in around that objective and get some cover from the inevitable shooting here. This guy here tried to fire at those guys because he gunned down everything else. He couldn't actually see this Terminator because he can't see it. No luck over there, and everything else in my army fired at these guys. Gunned them down to 1 lone Terminator. So all the shooting I had left on this side of the board went over there, managed to gun them down. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 4 for Chaos Space Marines. These guys moved up, fired last cannons into here. Only got 2 glances in a pen, but I put the pen on this guy. He failed the cover save, but he still only rolled a 1 against me. These 2 guys both passed the cover saves against the glancing hits. This guy over here moved up, charged through a single crack grenade, hits, because I needed a 4+, I moved only 6 inches. He penetrates me with a 6 gloriously, and then he rolled. Thank God for holofields, because one of the dice was a 6. He might have wrecked this vehicle with a Rambo moment, but luckily, one of them was just a 1. It was a 6 and a 1, so I just can't shoot. But pretty impressive Rambo moment for that guy. Over there, those guys moved up and ran. They're just trying to get close enough to that objective to contest the next turn. On to turn 5 for Eldar. Rounding up top of turn 5 for Eldar. This guy moved up, was just a few inches out of range of trying to gun them with his psychic power. These guys moved up, managed to get a single wound on those guys, but otherwise had to jet away 6 inches. And over here, we managed to gun down the Terminator with this guy. Cover saves, of course, but gunned him down. These guys fired into here, but only failed 1 save from all that shooting. And that was it. So I've webbed those guys, so hopefully it'll take some dangerous terrain checks. So back in a bit. Oh, and sorry, this guy flew over here. I got kind of ballsy and stupid, and of course I got immobilized on the train. Of course I got immobilized. But at least I'm on the objective. So back with bottom of turn 5. Bottom of turn 5 for Chaos Space Marines. We have to end the game here because the store is closing. It is the bottom of turn 5, though. These guys moved up, fired into here, managed to make it so I can't shoot again. Those lucky bastards got in there, managed to get all the plasma cannons off, and despite my cover saves, gunned down all my guys. Like 2 direct hits, 1 almost direct hit. I just could not make a single guy survive. But it's okay because we do have 2 troops here. There's troops inside here, troops are over here near this objective. So the game is ends 1-0 in favor of Eldar. But thank you for the game. It was a good one. Thank you.